Hey everyone, Brian Von VA here. I hope everyone here, guy, gal, and everyone in between is doing A-OK and that the universe is treating you as fairly as you deserve. With that being said, DMs and players, what is your I'm not trapped here with you,
you're trapped here with me
moment? Part 1. I was playing a Kenku monk named Weave. He got the name from his monastery, which practiced boxing, and Weave was very fast, preferring to bob and weave in a fight, thus the name. The party was at a town carnival, and one of those things you could do is watch boxing. If you wanted to fight, you got a cut of the bets. Weave decided to fight and was pinned in an unfair fight at that as they pitted him against a Tankuruk. Now, if the DM forgot just how powerful Weave was during character creation, I got lucky and rolled what my group calls an omen, where you roll 2 18s when rolling stats. Thanks to Kenku race bonuses and us being level 5, Weave had a 20 in Dex and Whiz, so he had a 20 AC. Being an open hand monk was made for this. When the fight began, I was worried at the situation before I realized what I could do. In the end, thanks to fury of blows and open hand technique, I took down the Tankuruk with only taking 1 hit myself, and suffering little damage from it. Way back a couple months ago, when my DM didn't know the rules, our barbarian wrestled a full-size Remoras, giant ice centipede dragon, I know that from Pathfinder, and ripped its spine out. Then went on to use that as a whip, later taking out 4 or 5 cultists in a single turn with it. That is amazing. That would be my dear dwarven champion in general, but one situation sticks out pretty much. We were to take care of some rats in the sewers of a city and found a smuggler's nest as well. Of course, the smugglers engage us, everyone level 10, and after 1 to 2 rounds of combat, a group of 3 trolls emerge behind us. I'm with my fighter, a pretty good meat shield, and tell the rest of my party to take care of the smugglers while I hold the trolls back. I have a flask of oil, so I was confident I could finish them. What was supposed to be a 4-player encounter turned into a troll slaughter then. The 2 group members with me took me up on my plan, and the paladin went over a wooden bridge, it's important, to the smugglers, while the Beastmaster Ranger summoned a bunch of panthers and continued to shoot them with his heavy crossbow. I meanwhile down the first troll for good, oil on an axe and light that thing, and take on the next one. That also goes down in the next round, which angers the last troll, and he charges over to the ranger that was, for some reason, still standing on the same side of the bridge as I was. He multi-attacks the ranger and the ranger goes down. I charge after the troll, angry that he might have killed my companion, and face him on the bridge that is now under quite some stress, and I release a storm of axe attacks. For info, I have taken up the 2-weapon fighting style as well as the dual-wielder feat. That gives me the option of a bonus attack action as I wield a battle axe and a hand axe. First attack, Nat 20. Second attack, Nat 19. Bonus attack, Nat 19 again. Action surge. Fourth attack, 21 to hit. Fifth attack, 4. Fuck it. I used the inspiration I kept from session 1 all this time. Everyone but me forgot I still have that. So advantage, 19 to hit. I downed that troll in 1 turn. The only 3 standing creatures in my sight are my dwarf, the smuggler boss, and the troll I didn't finish yet. And I walk up to the smuggler boss that is right now like, I won't take you on. You have to fight the troll. And I'm like, okay. The troll moves onto the bridge and the DM/smuggler boss is like, so what now? I won't let you run away. And I'm just like, I attack the bridge. Roll for it. I take the bridge down then, and the troll now is neck deep in sewer water. He tries to grab me, but I make the save and begin to hit his head again and again with my axes. In the end, he collapses, only his hand now hanging from the sewer water. I walk back up to the smuggler boss and look him into the eyes. If there was such a thing as passive intimidation, I just did that, because he was more than willing to leave. had a player try to make a tragic/evil backstory as a Session 0, entered an orphanage and went all Anakin on them. Players still got a good alignment as it was a vampire den and the kids were thralls of the head of the orphanage. He was pissed afterwards, but since he is considered a hero to the local people, he gets free drinks at the tavern. Can't complain with that. 5th edition Artificer was walking down a hallway to loot some stuff and stepped on a pit trap, which sent me tumbling down into a pit filled with zombies and a skeleton necromancer. So like any normal chaotic neutral player would, I slowly turn around and open my coat to reveal a large amount of homemade bombs, which I dropped on the ground and gave the evilest grin my Warforged could manage, and he used the bombs to blast jump out of the pit. The rest of the party looks confused, and I reply, boom, boom. My party had a warlock whose role as the only spellcaster got to her head. At one point in the adventure, the DM has us compete in a gladiatorial arena against each other. We were all level 5 in our classes, and I go up against the warlock. For some context, here is what each of us were up against. Warlock. I don't know what spells or pacts she had, but she had 2 magical items. A Cloak of Elven Kind, a magical cloak that increased a stealth roll by 5. The DM had meant it for me, but the Warlock won the tiebreaker in getting it. A Wand of Fireballs. The wand had 7 fireball charges, and once they were used up, they were gone. The Warlock was specifically proud of this power and used it to intimidate the party into doing what she wanted. Me, a half-elf rogue assassin. Short sword of +1 damage, dagger of throwing, medium armor breastplate that functioned as light armor, and could cast 3rd level darkness once a week. I had been saving it for a special occasion. The alert feat, which basically guaranteed that I was first in the turn order. For those who don't know, assassins get advantage against people below them in initiative, and alert gives the user a +5 to initiative, giving me a +9. So, how the arena worked is that we started by rolling 2d4. The first determined our starting wall, and the second who got to choose where they started. The Warlock starts close to the corner between her and my wall, so I chose the spot right next to her. Because of this and another incident, my rogue had become notorious in the party for being the player killer. I usually approach PvP with blitz attacks, so I start off and use my attack to deal 19 out of 30 damage. She needs 1 more hit to die, and I need 1 fireball to die. To protect myself from the fireball, I cast magical darkness centered on her. I can see through the darkness, but she can't. I use an action to hide my character from her, removing my character from the mat, and the DM says next time I take a turn, I will be revealed on the map. The Warlock tries to cast a fireball centered on me, but since she can't see where I am, she ends up wasting a fireball. After this, I take my chance and use both my sword and my dagger to deal 35 damage. I choose to do non-lethal damage because if I didn't, she would have ended up instantly dead. The Warlock never used her fireballs to intimidate the party after that. It happened during our first combat. I am playing a barbarian, a special one. I had to roll every turn when I'm in a frenzy. My first roll was fudged because the DM and I wanted to let him pass. As he rages out, he turns into a hulking werewolf. Pitch black fur grows slowly as he increases in size. His wolf eyes turn purple, glowing a little bit. I attack a bugbear, almost killing it. The party finished the bugbear off, and the next roll I make in my frenzy rage, I roll a nat 1. The spirit sealed inside my character comes out laughing maniacally, saying, "Darius, finally let go of the reins." He turned to the weakest character and said, "Prey is all prey." He laughed maniacally, charging the PC, and attempted to attack, missing both. The PC on their next turn used a spell, an AoE, hitting both of us, doing half damage to me, but putting the other PC to 1 hit point. Darkness, the spirit, was not very happy someone dare hit him. He turned to the one who attacked him and charged them, hitting 1 attack, weakening her, and I rolled passed so on Darkness and Darius both pass out before I could kill anyone. They finish the combat and take Darius with them still to the castle we were heading to. The next combat, Darius lost control instantly to Darkness, and thus I ended up on the big bad evil guy's side with another PC. In a mini campaign I was in, I made a blue dragonborn named Avelio. He was an evil asshole who just wanted to take over the army of the troll queen we were trying to defeat. In one room was her son. My character was a monk fighter multi-class. I used flurry of blows on all of my extra attacks, missed one attack, rolled for damage, and almost killed him in one turn. So, my character was able to defeat a mini-boss single-handedly in one turn after only taking minimal damage from him, and then there was the queen. After each fight, we got a level up. I took some paladin levels. So the next chance I got, Avelio did his flurry of blows, used divine smite with all of them, got 2 nat 20s, missed one attack, and ripped her to shreds by dealing 3 flurry of blows, plus 11 damage per hit. 5 plus proficiency bonus plus dueling fighting style equals 5 plus 4 plus 2 equals 11 times 3 by 3 minus 1 equals 8. 8 times 11 equals 88 damage. That's a lot of goddamn math without even rolling my dice. In the end, had 10d6 plus 16d8 plus 88 damage to deal. Yeah, she didn't survive. She had 180 health, by the way. Just played this a few hours ago. Episode 0 for a new campaign. The party had just woken up in a cell. We were locked in what seemed like a cross between a hospital and a prison block. We tried breaking out, but the rolls were all junk between my character, the half-orc wild mage, a drow, paladin, and 2 humans. We all have yet to regain our memories, so no one knows what we can do. Now, because someone removed a sigiled blanket off of a dripping bunk, no one makes a good enough perception check, so we think it's snot, until it falls on the drow, inflicting 12 acid damage. Roll initiative. My turn comes around, everyone is freaking out, and the drow and half-orc are irked. He has had it since waking up with a hangover and no memories of anything, so he cast Shatter at the wall 10 feet from the snot. Didn't work, but it opened up a way to another cell, slightly more than before, where 2 more popped out. At this point, I was done, so I lined up all of them and cast Lightning Bolt, a 3rd level spell. He yelled for everyone to get against the wall before this happened for a cleaner line of fire, for this is a 100-foot long by 5-foot streak of death to be unleashed. The DM didn't even let me roll damage. He said I disintegrated a hole in the wall and 2 more bunks with it, making 3 to 4 turn to an 8 to 10 black puddings out of a confined space. Fuck me running, in Orcish. That pissed the human in our party off enough to the point that he wouldn't let me through the opening. As the chaos ensues between the party, one of the puddings attempted to pass through the cell, then poof, a flash of dim light and they were gone, and I have been left thoroughly confused. Hi everyone, Brian Von VA here, wishing you well. If you liked today's video, then please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, ring the bell for notifications on when we post, and make sure to follow the MrRipper Twitter and Twitch pages, as well as to join our subreddit r/MrRipper, where you can post stories of your very own for us to read in a video or live on stream. Links are in the description below. Using a help action, you can come see me, Brian Von VA, on YouTube, where I make voice acting videos and occasionally stream gaming content. Now, today's positive message comes from my heart, because I've been suffering a lot lately, and I also used it in a little bit of a competition, but the meaning's always going to be real and hit home for me. The pain of losing one so near and dear to you is beyond astronomical. Your home, your heart, and your life all will feel cold and empty. But without loss, we can't truly appreciate love or life, so draw back the curtains in your house and let the sun shine in again, where in the light your heart will begin to mend. So out there, anyone, everyone, be safe, be happy, and we will see you again soon. Bye for now.